Hello, my name is Katie White. I am an intuitive energy healer and Reiki master teacher, and I work in the space of the Akash, which is this spiritual library that holds past, present, and future findings and clarities, and they're all for you. And so I invite you into these relaxed states so that we can ground your body into safety, allowing for those emotions to deeply release, allowing for that greater transformation of life. It is absolutely my passion to help you reprogram your subconscious mind so that you can no longer feel stuck and you can get out of your own way. One of the ways that I help you do this is through EFT tapping. And I want to talk through the specific scientific research behind tapping, as well as go through each of the tapping points to help you understand what each of them means so that when you go ahead and do any of the tappings that I have created, you now understand at a different level why this works, how it works, and that is going to grow your belief in your transformation even more. So the EFT tapping is where you focus on 9 specific tapping points and you really focus in on that negative emotion, that limiting belief, or any other challenge that you might be facing. So think of like lack of confidence or lots of anxiety or depression or self-sabotage, right? These are all ways that you can use tapping to reprogram your mind. And so what tapping does is it sends a calming signal to the amygdala in the brain, and that's where it tells your brain that it's safe to relax. And so it works to neutralize that negative emotion and limiting belief or the challenge that you're working through by giving you the freedom to be you again. Hello, that's incredible. So there's lots of studies and scientific research out there that show that tapping actually decreases the cortisol level and that stress hormone, right? And that it's actually more effective than traditional talk therapies. So it also pairs really well with any talk therapy or healing that you're doing because now it's like speeding up that process. And last I checked, most people really love that easy button. Tapping is a really highly effective way to change your life and rewire your subconscious. So let's talk about those 9 tapping points. So you use your fingertips on certain acupressure points along the body's meridians, and these are called the tapping points, right? The acupressure has been used for thousands of years in traditional Chinese medicine. And so it's pretty cool that we get to integrate that here and now to help speed up our transformation. Hello, yes, sign me up for that. So the first one is the karate chop point, which is the side of the wrist. And this one is associated with emotional pain, like sadness or grief. And this is where you can really help release emotional pain and promote healing. And this is where most tappings will start. And it starts with even though, and then we go on to that negative emotion, which is so important to actually draw attention to. One of the other tapping points is the top of the head, your crown chakra. And this point is associated with clarity, insight, inspiration. And so tapping here can really help clear your mental fog or bring just a fresh perspective of life. Above the eyebrow is the point associated with anxiety or fear. And so this can really help reduce those feelings of worry and promote more calm. Yes. The side of the eye is associated with anger and frustration. So tapping here can release that pent-up anger and promote more of that emotional balance. Under the eye is associated with stress and tension. And so tapping here reduces feelings of overwhelm and promotes that relaxation. Under the nose is the point that's associated with shame and guilt and can be helped, and you can release any of those shame and promote more self-acceptance in this space. The chin is associated with sadness and depression. So here we can start to lift those feelings of sadness and promote that overall well-being. Your collarbone, right, just below your collarbone, is associated with physical pain and discomfort. And so tapping here can reduce that physical pain. Yes, we're not just talking emotional pain. It can promote healing on all levels, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Yes. Under the arm, so like right on the side, underneath your armpit, is associated with confidence and self-esteem. And so when we tap here, we can boost those feelings of self-worth and really promote more empowering thoughts and feelings within ourselves. So these are all of the specific tapping points that we use in a session. Now, you don't have to use all of them in a session. Sometimes I don't. I really go where I feel intuitively guided. But these are kind of cool to like make some mental notes on. That way, if you're in a scenario where, like, say you're at work and you're feeling really frustrated, right? And you are just starting to feel a lot of those overwhelming frustration, anger, and just like a lot of tension, you can tap on the side of your eye, which is the point of anger and frustration. And you can say, even though I'm feeling really frustrated right now at work, I completely love and accept myself. And even though I can feel this roaring in my body, I have the choice to take a deep breath and exhale and let this anger fade away. Like that simple little statement, right? Just honoring what your body is feeling and tapping in that specific point, fabulous. Now, if you can't remember all those things, like I can't remember all those things all the time, especially when you're in those like heightened emotional states or physical pain, all you have to do is just tap. Like find a spot that feels good for you to tap and just tap, okay? So this is your intro to what tapping is, what the tapping points are, how they work, and I love the science behind it. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am here to support you, and I just hope that you give tapping a try. It might seem silly, it might seem really simple, and I feel like as humans, we kind of oversimplify things, or rather we overcomplicate things. So when things seem really simple, we're like, that can't possibly work. But I encourage you to give it a try and see how you feel after.